morning, Brook Scholars. This is the way. Hey, we start our day. Hey, we got the knowledge, to go to college. Yes, so don't stop there. No, go anywhere. Hey, this is the way. Hey, we start our day. Hey, Brook Scholars, where's the party at? Right here in these books. Hey, Brook Scholars, what time is it? It is time to motivate you. Good morning, Brook Scholars, and welcome to Wednesday Word Study. You guys have been doing an amazing job following along with my video and submitting all of your great work, and I want you to keep up that same energy. Your handwriting has gotten so strong, and the practice that you've been doing is so amazing. And I just wanted to start off this video by saying how proud I am of each and every one of you amazing scholars. So we're going to get straight into it. We're actually going to go right into our heart words. So why are heart words important? Heart words are important because they are words that you should know how to read and write in a snap. When you run into a heart word, it should be something that you're able to read right away. When you want to write a heart word, it should be something that you know how to write based off your memory, not off the way they sound. So this is why they're super important. It just makes reading and writing a little more faster or efficient. So let's go straight into our heart words. I'm going to say the word, spell the word, and say the word again. The words are going to be on the bottom of the screen here, and let's get right into it. All right, let's do this. Pretty. P-R-E-T-T-Y. Pretty. Well. W-E-L-L. Well. Wood. W-O-U-L-D. Wood. 8. A-T-E. 8. 5. F-I-V-E. 5. 4. F-O-U-R. F-O-U-R. 4. Live. L-I-V-E. Live. Old. O-L-D. Old. Once. O-N-C-E. Once. Last but not least, 4. F-O-R. 4. All right, I'm going to list the words. Do you think you can say each word in a snap? If you said pretty, well, would, 8, 5, 4, live or live, old, once, 4, I said I give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Awesome job. Right now, I want you to pause the video, my lovely scholars, and write each heart word down 3 times. This is amazing practice for you to get practice on how to write and also read each word. Pause the video and write each heart word down 3 times. Go. Alrighty, friends, hopefully by now you paused the video and wrote each heart word down 3 times in your best handwriting. Now, friends, it is time for my favorite part of word study, grammar. So, today we're going to focus on verbs, more specifically action verbs. And we know that an action verb is a action, exactly. Can you take a second to think of 3 action verbs? Just list 3. I wonder if you had any of it the same as me. I said listening, talking, and then I looked at my couch and I was like, ooh, an action I can do is sit or sitting. If you listed 3 action verbs, I say to give your brain a kiss. Mwah. We're going to continue looking for parts of grammar within a poem. Today's poem is a little longer, so it's going to be super, super helpful when you find the verbs, the action verbs in the poem to go sentence by sentence, word by word. Ask yourself, what are the verbs in this poem? What actions are happening? So I'm going to read the poem first, and then you're going to read a second, and then you're going to list the verbs. So the poem goes as followed. And it's about springtime and doing things in the outdoors and the wind, and just an amazing poem we have here. So, I saw you toss the kites on high and blow the birds about the sky. And all around I heard you pass like ladies' skirts across the grass. Oh, wind a-blowing all day long. Oh, wind that sings so loud a song. I saw the different things you did, but always you, yourself, you hid. I felt you push. I heard you call. I could not see yourself at all. Oh, wind a-blowing all day long, a-blowing all day long. Oh, wind that sings so loud a song. Oh, that was so sweet. So it's about the wind and how you can't see the wind, but you can feel it. So awesome. Anyways, poems also have parts of speech, nouns, verbs. So today our focus is action verbs. So let's set up our slate. We have verbs. Boop, boop. And because our poem is a little longer today, I'm actually going to do 12 lines. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 lines. And then I have all of this space just in case there are more verbs. So every sentence or every line, poems are a little different. They have stanzas or they have lines. Let's focus on every line. Ask yourself, is there an action verb? So I'm going to put the poem up here. Your job is to reread the poem by yourself and go sentence by sentence, word by word. Are there any verbs in this poem? Go. Alrighty, friends, I am pretty much done finding all of the verbs in the poem. This was a pretty long poem, so if you need to pause the video, feel free to do that and continue finding the verbs all the way until you get to the bottom of the poem, to the end of the poem. If you are all set, so pause the video. Well, if you're not all set, pause the video, list all of the action verbs you can find, and if you are done, follow along with me. Friends, I found so many action verbs. Whoa, look at this. So we're going to go line by line and figure out what were the verbs in this poem. All right, first line. I saw you toss the kites on high. First sentence, saw. If you said saw, I saw, so to see or for someone to see something is an action. You toss. Is toss an action? Tossing the kite left and right? Totally. So in that first sentence, we have two action verbs. Second sentence, and below the birds about the sky. And below. Below is an action. So that's the second sentence. If you had below, great job. Third sentence, and all around I heard you pass. Heard. To hear is an action. So if you had heard, great job. Like lady skirts across the grass. Across the grass. I don't think there are any verbs in that sentence. Maybe across? Not quite sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth sentence. Oh, wind a blowing all day long. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. And the third one, all along I heard you pass. So to pass is also to pass or, to pass by is an action that you could do. Fourth sentence, a lady skirt across the grass. I don't believe there are any verbs. Number 5, oh, wind a blowing all day long. If you had a blowing, great job. To blow, or the action that the wind is doing is a blowing. Sixth line. Oh, wind that sings so loud a song. What is the action that the wind is doing in the sentence? Sings. So sentence 6, we had sings. Next sentence. I saw the different things you did. I saw. If you put saw, because again, the action that the person who wrote this poem is doing is seeing or they saw, great job. Sentence number 8. But always find yourself you hid. Hid or to hide is an action. Sentence number 8. I felt you push, I heard you call. I felt. To feel is an action. So that's I felt you push. To push is an action. I heard. Heard is an action. To hear is an action. You call. Call. Hello. I'm calling out. And the action that they heard was the calling. So again, call is an action. Sentence number 9. I could not see yourself at all. Action verb. I could not see. The person who wrote this poem could not see the wind. So if you put see as an action verb, give your rain a kiss. Oh, wind. Sentence number 11. Oh, wind a blowing all day long. Again, a blowing. The wind, the action the wind is doing is blowing. Number 11. Last sentence. A wind that sings so loud a song. A wind that sings. Well, the action that the wind is doing is singing. So last action verb was sings. This was a pretty lengthy poem with a ton of verbs. If you found a good amount of verbs, really great job. I'll say it again, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Remember, verbs are just part of a sentence. The action verbs are just part of a sentence that represent the action that the noun is doing or that the pronoun is doing. So in this case, there were a bunch of pronouns, but that's besides the point. So if you had a little trouble with verbs, finding the verbs, the action verbs in this sentence, feel free to reach out to your teacher. We will help you. No big deal. Last but not least, we have dictation. I'm going to say the sentence twice. You're going to say it the third time with me. Then you're going to write the sentence by yourself. As you're writing the sentence, I want you to be thinking of your proper writing habits. Neat. Tall letters tall, short letters short, low letters low. What comes in the beginning of a sentence? What comes at the end? Are there any pronouns in the sentence? What type of sentence is it? These are all things that you should be thinking about as you're writing a sentence. Alrighty, friends? So the sentence today is, once the weather gets warmer, I will plant a tree. Once the weather gets warmer, I will plant a tree. All together. Once the weather gets warmer, I will plant a tree. 10. Go. So I'm done with my sentence, so I'm going to go back and double check my writing habits. Alrighty, friends, I am done writing my sentence. If you are done, feel free to follow along with me. If you are not done, pause the video and press play and follow along with me. All right, so for friends who are ready, if you have, once the weather gets warmer, I will plant a tree. Had all 10 words. I'll say it, I'll give it a rain, I'll kiss. Mwah. Awesome, awesome job. Now let's go over our proper writing habits. Did I begin my sentence with a capital? Or did you begin your sentence with a capital? If your O is taller than your N, that definitely shows whoever is around you or shows me that you started with a capital. So give yourself a little check. Did you end with a punctuation mark? So is this a question? Did I ask you a question? No. So if you had a question mark, that is not the proper punctuation mark. Now, once the weather gets warmer, I will plant a tree. It's a statement. I personally wanted to put an exclamation point because it's a really exciting sentence for me. But if you put a period, that is okay. You also have the correct writing habit. So give yourself a check. Now let's go through each word, thinking about the spelling and thinking about the spelling. So once, It was one of today's heart words. If you spelled it O-N-C-E once, great job. The T-H-E is a heart word. Great job. Weather. The way I know how to spell it, because I've seen it in a book so many times, is W-E-A-T-H-E-R. Weather. However, if you spelled it w, this was a tricky word, and you tapped out every sound, w, eh, 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 E by itself, wev, T-H, weather, E-R. If you spelled it this way, great job. You phonetically spelled it correct. Or if you put W-H, because W-H says W, also spelled it phonetically correct. Very good job. Once the weather gets, I believe get is a heart word, G-E-T-S, gets warmer. Warmer is a tricky word. It's not a heart word. If you don't know how to spell it in a snap, you should have tapped it out. I know how to spell warmer because, again, I've seen it so many times in a book. W-A-R-M-E-R, warmer. But if you spelled it or warmer, that is okay. Phonetically, you would have gotten it correct because you use your sounds to spell it. I by itself. Will is a heart word. W-I-L-L, will. Plant. Ooh, another potentially tricky word that you could have sounded out. Let's do it. Plant. Pull says, PL says pull. And plant. A by itself is a heart word. Tree. We've seen this in books or places around us so many times. So hopefully you spelled it T-R-E-E. Now if you tapped it out, E-E. Well, E-E says E. If you put T-R-E-A, that is phonetically correct too because EA says E. But the way we know how to read and write it, or the way it sounds right and looks right, is T-R-E-E. Very good job, friends. I'm sure you guys did an amazing job, and I am so proud of the work you've been producing. Like I said in the beginning of the year, in the beginning of the video, you guys are amazing, and I want you to keep up the great work. And Simba says he misses you, and he hearts you guys, and he will see you tomorrow. Bye.